The Story of the World, Chapter 22. Chapter 22 is about comparing Sparta and Athens. Sparta and Athens were in Greece long time ago. Sparta was a little bit hard for people. Women didn't have that much power, and men trained to be soldiers. Every man had to. When the boys were 7, they went to a special school and they learned how to be silenced and brave. They were very hard. This is how it works. So let's say there was one boy. He was hungry, so he caught a live fox. He stole a live fox and tried to cook her. But then some other people tried to talk to him, so he know that they will accuse him for stealing the fox. So he hit the fox, and the fox immediately started building his stomach. It bit it, and it was very painful, but he didn't show any pain. He just talked normally, at least tried to. This is how they trained this much. It must have been very hard for them. And also, the Spartans thought that losing a war dying. You should die rather than being lost on a war. So that means they like to win wars, just like everyone else did. How about the Athens? Well, the Athens were different. Were all different except of the language. So this is how that they were different. Well, the Spartans, because they learned how to be brave and to be silenced. Athens learned about taxes, laws, and their own land and their government. So, well, the Athens government was peculiar because they could vote whether it is not a good law. It is called democracy. So they would meet. That was called forum. There they would argue about whether to vote yes or no. And those children, they didn't learn how to fight. They learned the same thing we do today, mathematics and music. Well, their own language. Most of the things that we learn today. So we are similar to Athens than Spartans. So, well, men, they were important. Oh no. they were important, but they exercised on foot like wrestling. It's one of the examples. The girls were educated too. But what I think is it's not enough for girls with that. Girls and women could be a little bit more weaker than men. They're not their power, their strengths. But sometimes they could be stronger and intimidator. Plato said that democracy had to have educated people. If there were people that were ignorant, they will always obey tyrants, which are not good to the land. Was Plato right? I think he was right. Just as the book said, ignorant people will always obey tyrants. This is my feeling. This is the end of the story of the world, chapter 22. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye.